Hey folks, welcome to Burl Sports. Sorry, running a couple minutes behind tonight. Make sure the stream's coming through all right, and then we'll get started. You can feel free to interact in the chat. Hey Ed. All right, looks like we're good on all our platforms here. What's up, Big Shep 79? Glad to have you join us. What's up, Joe? Hey Michael. Hey Matthew. All right. So we'll do a quick rundown of how we do things. What's up, Brett? What's up, Jared? Glad to see you finally got off your wife's YouTube account. All right, so however many spots you bought, that's how many cards you get. We use random.org's list randomizer for all our randomization purposes. It's random.org list and more list randomizer. So we'll paste that list of names here. We'll randomize it a number of times we'll determine here in a minute. But after that list is randomized, we'll paste the randomized list right next to this checklist. The checklist is set, it won't change, so if your name comes out of the randomizer in spot number 1, you get card number 1. If it comes out of the randomizer in spot number 10, you get Mickey Mantle. Okay, so that's how that goes. Now, we won't also, what we also won't do is we won't read through all 572 cards in this break because it just takes too long. We did that a few times, by the way. If you were with us with me when I first started breaking, you know, it's been a minute. Almost 7 years ago. Was it 6 years ago? Math's never my strong suit on a Sunday. Um, but we read through a couple of entire breaks, and the broadcasts were just super long. So what we do is we read through the best hits. I've pulled a few dozen hits that we'll look at live on the broadcast, and then as soon as the broadcast is over, I'll post up a link to a full table sorted by participants, so you can see exactly which cards you hit. Go ahead and mark those off your checklist if you're a set builder, or if you're not a set builder, find somebody who is and work a deal. So, and I post up a link to that on social media. Speaking of social media, we do give away one spot in every break we do that's got 100 spots or more. So congrats to Mounties777 for winning the free spot in this one. That is on Twitter. And so you can get in on those giveaways on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Burl Sports on all 3 platforms. 3 ways to enter, 1 winner, but you can enter in all 3 spots. All right. Yeah, I don't have anything else in the rundown, so we'll get started. I feel like I pulled more cards tonight than usual, but it's part of the reason I was a little late. I got distracted putting them in order. So here we go. So the number of times we'll randomize this list, we got 1959, so somewhere between 5 and 9. The 5th number to come in the chat, between 5 and 9, that's how many times we'll random this list. And if y'all don't know how to message Jared, because you can't really do that on YouTube, feel free to hit me up. He's looking for 66 high numbers. Um, cool, cool, Brett. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Matthew hit us with the number 7 as our 5th comment. So 7 it'll be. That's how many times we'll randomize this one. Oops, where'd my randomizer go? There she is. All right. So however many spots you bought, that's how many cards you get. Every spot gets a card in our set breaks. All right, here we go. So 7 times coming up. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Here's 5. Here's 6. And here's 7. All right. So we got Kevin on top. And Kevin Fiedler on bottom. Was that Kevin Fiedler on top? No, Kevin Young on top, Kevin Fiedler on bottom. All right, we'll paste it right here next to our checklist. Make this a little smaller. And the first hit we're looking at, it's a good thing and the bad thing about 59 is we start with Mantle. It's the first hit I pulled. Goes to Brett Beer. Brett, massive hit, man. So is Mantle on your 30, 38 cards you need from this set? Or do you already have a Mantle? Dude, that's awesome. That is awesome. Congrats, Brett. Huge hit. This one here is PSA 4. Here, let me adjust my lighting here. Nice crease-free example. Very nice hit. Huge, Brett. Huge. All right. Next hit we'll look at 17. Danny's All-Stars, Jeff Williams. One thing I really love about the 59 set is the multiplayer cards. So here you got Murtaugh, Klazuski, Thomas, but just fun, different themes to some of the different multiplayer cards. That one goes to Jeff Williams, if I didn't say that already. Duke Snyder is up next, card number 20, Joe Asaka. There's Snyder. Speaking of Ted Klazuski, he's card number 35. Oops, well, before we get to him, Nellie Fox, card number 30, goes to Mike Myers. Nelly looks like he's posing for a glamour shot. Look at that hand to chin action. Ted, however, says, I'm a baseball player. Let me swing this bat. Goes to Mike Heffelfinger. Warren Spahn goes to Barton Durham. Spot number 50. Willie Mays. Just a Greg Ritzer. Greg, just keeping it hot. Congrats. Greg's been on fire for like 2 months. Minnie Minoso, number 80. Goes to Aaron Duff. Like the Minoso, underappreciated player. Jumping on up to Jim Bunning, card number 149. And if you've never broken with this before, just because I don't read a card doesn't mean it's not a hit, because there's no real rhyme or reason outside of I flip through my set and pull the cards that I'm like, I just noticed right away are stars. And so sometimes I miss some. Now I do try to get all the biggest names for sure, but they're definitely stars I miss. Keith Campbell gets the Jim Bunning. Stan Musial goes to James Hop. Here you go, James. Stan the man. Another cool multiplayer card. Coming up, 156. Got your ace hurlers with Pierce and Roberts. I just like Roberts' face on this one. Like, see, this is how you hold a baseball. Goes to Charles Bailey. And then Pierce is doing some kind of weird, like, let me touch the baseball too thing. Sandy Koufax. Let's see. It's to Matt Wisner. Yogi Berra's card 180. Goes to Joseph Desario. Roger Maris. Always liked the Maris in his Kansas City Athletics uni with that far away look in his eyes. Just a Matthew Feinstein. Feinstein, excuse me. Now, one of my favorite cards in this set is up next, Fence Busters. This one is a PSA 6. Goes to Matthew Walker. So, Aaron Matthews, busting the fences. Good stuff. Nice crisp card. There you have it. Love that card. All right. 270 is Gil Hodges. Goes to Henry Dawkins. Of course, the Dodgers, for all you Dodgers fans out there, were champions of the World Series in 1959. Jim Gilliam, big part of those teams. Did forget what number he was, 306. Here we go, goes to Brett. NL Hitting Stars, multiplayer card, 317. I'm curious, Brett, do you need the Gilliam or no? Oh, Brett again. Brett's on fire. NL Hitting Kings, Ashburn Mays. Well, Brett's got a Jim Gilliam for trade for one of the other 37 cards he needs for his set. George Sparky Anderson, rookie card here, 338. Goes to Brian Yacker. Ernie Banks, 350, PSA 5. Ernie Banks goes to Jared Houston. There you go, Jared. Robin Roberts, 352, goes to Brian Yacker. There's Mr. Roberts. Al Kaline, card number 360. Goes to Alan Keyes. Tigers great. Hank Aaron. It's card number 380. PSA 4. Goes to Scott Sharding. It's a nice looking 4, by the way. It's a nice card there for you, Scott. I don't recognize your name, so appreciate you hopping in the breaks. Nice hit. 387. Don Drysdale goes to Greg Cohen. Oh, and I totally dropped the ball when we ran across our MVPs. I've been trying to give little factoids about the season as we go through, but I just forgot. Ernie Banks and Nellie Fox were your MVP winners in 1959. Orlando Cepeda goes to Jeffrey Gahn. Bill Mazeroski. Goes to Jeff Rankin. Frank Robinson, one of my favorite cards in 59. I love the way the black frames the picture. Just does something for me. Just does it. And this one goes to Kevin Fiedler. Looks like I forgot to pull Whitey Ford, by the way. Whitey Ford goes to Paul Ganem. Vida Pinson goes to Jared Houston. Second time for you, Jared. Ed Matthews goes to Galen Oda. Larry Doby. For 55 goes to James Hop. Another, of course, classic part of the 59 set is the subset of Baseball Thrills. So Mantle here is 461. Mantle hits 42nd homer for the Triple Crown. Card 461 goes to Matthew Walker. Now this is a PSA 5. One of my favorite Mantle cards, period. I like that he's at the plate. I like that it's artwork. I like the red, white, and blue banners in the background. I just like this card a lot. Of course, the next card is another one of my all-time favorites of Willie Mays. PSA 5 here for Mays' catch. Of course, the famous Mays catch. Over the shoulder, running. Goes to Nicholas Frank. Now all the cards in this little sub-series we could consider hits. They're all pretty cool. I think I pulled 4 of them. Snyder's big play brings LA victory. Goes to Jared Houston. There you go, Jared. I meant to pull the Aaron, I think, instead of the Snyder, but I was in a hurry. Sorry. I apologize. But Joseph, you hit the Aaron Club's World Series homer. Then a 470. Hey, there's our free spot popping up. Congrats, Mounties 777. Musial wraps out 3,000th hit. Not an accomplishment that's going to happen very often, for sure, especially in today's game where we aren't hitting for average anymore. But congrats on that one. Roberto Clemente, PSA 6. Gorgeous card. Gorgeous human being. Goes to, now I'm going to apologize for saying your name incorrectly, but I'm going to go with Piotr. And so congrats on hitting this fantastic Clemente card. And welcome to the breaks, because I don't recognize seeing your name before either. Fantastic hit. Man, I love this card. Right, hopping up into the high numbers. If you are unaware, here I'll use our two cards right here as the samples. So high numbers have slightly different design. Number is in uh, blocked out in green. In all your other series, the high series, it's blocked out in black, um, which the same here, so black text instead of green text, which makes the red look different, but I think the red's technically probably the same shade. So there you have it. All right, but Gibson will be the second high number we look at. First one, Norm Cash, 509. Goes to Henry Dawkins. High numbers are moderately challenging, a few more than others. Not nearly as bad as some other years, but not as easy as, say, um, other years either. All right, Gibson next, 514. Let's see who snagged him. Bob Gibson goes to Brian Yacker. Congrats, Brian. Getting the Gibson rookie classic pink background. Snazzy, snazzy card to add to your collection. All right, Killebrew goes to Piotr. We'll jump up a little ways, although a lot of these high numbers, are definitely decent hits. Jump up to 550 for the Symbol of Courage card. Roy Campanella goes to Steve Bauman. There is Campy. $5.59. Getting into these into the all-star subset here. All these guys are all-stars, right? So even though I didn't pull them all, they're still all all-stars. Ernie Banks, he's a different kind of all-star. Goes to Michael Wolf. Hank Aaron is the next one we'll look at. Goes to James Patton. Al Kaline goes to Scott Smith. Willie Mays goes to Logan Bird. SGC 5.5 on this one. And then, you can see some of you are looking ahead. Mickey Mantle goes to Kevin Porter. PSA 4 here on the Mantle high number. A couple of these high numbers have looked kind of washed out. The card doesn't quite appear that way. I don't know what's up with the camera focus or my lighting here. But nice looking PSA 4 Mantle. There we go. That's better. And then we'll jump on up to Mr. Spawn. at 571 goes to Tim Shepler. So congrats to everybody who hit it big. If you if you're unfamiliar with the site, hey, congrats, Brett, for sure. If you're unfamiliar with my site, I'm trying to do a better job at keeping up with this little section here, upcoming breaks. And so I've been trying to update them as I go, but the next break we got scheduled is going to roll out. Uh, I decided actually to push this one a little bit, so we're going to push it to like Tuesday and then break it on Thursday during Thursday Night Football, um, because the it's a 2000 Bowman, which is I don't know. I just thought that would be cool to because the Bucks are playing Tampa Bay Bucks, that is, and so I thought that'd be fun. Um, but because I'm pushing that out, and I'll update this later so that this reflects upcoming breaks in September. Um, just so you all know. But upcoming this Friday, this coming Friday, the third, we'll do a 63 tops, which will be $8 a spot. So there you go. That's how we do it. And I'll update this with most of September as well. And so you can check out that little link probably later tonight, and I'll have the rest of the month updated. So appreciate everybody buying in. I'll get that list posted up along with a recording of this broadcast. And you can go check out exactly which cards you hit and check those against your checklist. But we'll work on getting these sorted and shipped out to you over the next few days. This is Burl. Hope you all have a great rest of your